So what's up, G-Man?
Well, we are smoking one of my favorite cigars today.
One of your favorite cigars.
One of my favorite cigars.
So this Mano a Mano, this one-on-one cigar review. This is it's your favorite, one of your favorite cigars. Yeah. You talk about it.
It's the Arturo Fuente 858 Flor Fina, and this is the Maduro. Now it also comes in a Cameroon, and I first discovered them in the Cameroon because I like Cameroon, and then I just said, I'm going to try the Maduro, and I don't know what it is, but it is just so naturally sweet. And I fell immediately in love with this, and I only buy the Maduro now.
So tell me, why is this your favorite cigar?
Well, it's not my favorite cigar, but it's in my top, 10.
Yeah.
Because it's so consistent. It's always good.
Yeah.
It's a mild cigar. It's not real strong. It's great in the morning.
Let's just say it's more of a hand-hewn. Yeah. Or a rustic kind of look to it.
I would describe it as rustic.
Okay, because I mean, for as much as people look for perfect smooth, I mean, this is just kind of like somebody just kind of rolled it up, twisted it up, there you go. And it's it's not going to win any beauty contests, but now I see why this is in one of your top 10.
Yeah, and every puff is consistent too. It's not a complex cigar. The draw is always good. I've never had a problem with the draw or the burn. And it's got a very woody flavor. And you really taste the cedar in this. It's almost as if you'd think these had come in with a cedar wrap. They're just my kind of cigar. It's just my kind of cigar.
This is a perfect example of when people talk about having different palates. Yours and mine seem to be a little bit different. I'll see your cedar. But I'll raise you citrus. I don't know why that would be.
Wow.
But it just happened to be a taste, and maybe that's just how my palate happens to be tuned. I will say, for somebody who's in my shoes, I have not smoked a lot of these. Probably can count them on one hand the number of times I have. Again, not going to win any beauty contests, and there's going to be a couple other things that you, at first blush, might consider a bit of a turn-off, right? A couple of soft spots here and there in the construction, because I just think traditionally this seems to be, from what people say, a little bit of a looser fill of a cigar. Okay. Which actually I punched it because
yes, you did. That's right.
I just didn't want any stuff, falling out of it, as you might.
But it's long filler.
Right. Exactly, and that's the thing. But it seemed to be a little bit on the soft side. But from what other people have said, that seems to be, but it's really not affecting the burn at all. It might be a little off here and there, but again, I think that all just goes back to this rustic appearance. So that if somebody's going to pick this up for the first time, they might say, it ain't a beauty, but boy, does it smoke nice.
Yeah, yeah. I think I said to a few people, if you're going to start with Arturo Fuente, go for the 858. And I've talked to other cigar smokers over the years who love this cigar, guys that I didn't think would be into this cigar because they're into like heavier stuff. But it seems this thing has been around a long time, and a lot of people have figured out that it's a good value too. So it's just a good cigar. I don't know what more to say about it.
Well, you know what? Let's save the value proposition. Until we have to answer today's burning question for this Mano a Mano.
Yeah.
But I will say that value is where it's at. But we'll leave it there. You want to grab today's burning question?
Sure. Burning question.
I'm nervous. This makes me nervous.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Today's burning question.
Today's burning question. Name your favorite holiday movie and why.
I have a feeling that this is going to be a distinction between the old school and the new school. The Muppets.
Sure. Not personally.
No, of course. Although you kind of seem to be like a Fozzie Bear kind of guy.
Yeah, thank you.
Waka Waka. Do you remember Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas?
I did not see it, but I remember hearing
You've heard
the
of it.
title. I know the
you
title.
at least have heard of it. Because
Yes.
this is good. Because there seemed, I was wondering if there's like a whole cult thing going on. Because I remember every Christmas, while everybody was watching Christmas Stories and Wonderful Lives and all this other, Christmas feel-good horseshit, there is this big Muppet show, and they've got a heavy metal band, the River Bottom Nightmare Band, and they're, otters floating down rivers, and just getting, it's a one big Christmas party, and they're selling wash tubs, and there's concerts and hot rods, and this to me is Christmas, done Muppet style. So Em and Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
Okay.
Check it out. You will not be disappointed. What about you?
Well, you mentioned one, and I have to say that my favorite Christmas movie or holiday movie of all time has got to be It's a Wonderful Life. And not only have I seen it about 100 times, but it's also one of my favorite movies because it has a great cigar scene in it. Jimmy Stewart and Lionel Barrymore as the evil Mr. Potter. Potter has this chair, so when people sit in front of him, they're sitting like very low, So he's saying, and he gives him a cigar, and he says, I a nice cigar, Mr. Potter. And then Potter leans over his desk and says, oh, you like him, George? I'll send you a box. So it's great. It's a slice of small town America, which you don't see much of anymore. Everybody in town knew each other and helped each other. And
Did it have any Muppets?
they didn't have any Muppets.
Did it have any heavy metal bands?
No.
Pass.
Okay.
Sorry.
But it's
Appreciate
just
your holiday thoughts, but pass.
Well, I love it, and I never get tired of watching it.
All right. Well, I'm the same way about Em and Otter and his Jug
Okay.
Band
Well,
Christmas.
maybe I'll watch that this season.
All right. Our takeaways: Arturo Fuente, Flor Fina, 858 Maduro. What do you say?
It's really surprising how affordable this cigar is.
Good for Arturo Fuente. Sold.
Yeah, I like the dimensions too, which are 6x47. Which another interesting thing. I don't normally smoke this size. This is one of the few cigars I smoke in this size because it's just so good.
We don't agree on Christmas movies,
No.
but we do agree on this cigar.
Okay.
Nice job, buddy.
Okay, man.